Might Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers ignite the WNBA's next great rivalry? With ever-high player movement in WNBA, the fans are looking for the next marquee showdown, and two young stars could be poised to do just that. Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's breakout star, and Paige Bueckers, the dynamic guard for the Dallas Wings, have both displayed talent that should light up the league for years. But could these guys be on course to forge a rivalry that competes with any of the best head-to-head battles in the history of sports? Sports analyst Dan Patrick recently pondered the same on his self-titled show, framing a fascinating new outlook on the future star power of the WNBA. Patrick also stressed the potential for a rivalry between Clark and Bueckers, a rivalry that should have dominated their college careers but was subverted by injury in spite of early talks promising such. For a bit there, the battle was shaping up to be a bit of a Archie versus Jughead as Clark and LSU's Angel Reese emerged, but Patrick thinks Clark versus Bueckers has a chance to be something special. This was the rivalry, this was Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers, Patrick said, alluding to how Bueckers' injury setbacks at UConn shaped her ascension to stardom. I hope it is, and I think we're trying to have other rivalries, but that's not the rivalry, he continued. Given Clark is yet to return from injury and missed plenty of the season, fans could be left asking whether this much-anticipated showdown is too little too late. Bueckers, the number 1 pick in the latest WNBA draft, is making the most of her time on the court after facing limitations earlier this season. Bueckers, one of the most highly rated high school players in the country a year ago, has fought her way back to full health after a stellar if injury-riddled career as a college player at UConn. That would be her most recent outing, during which she scored jaw-dropping 44 points in a heartbreaking 81-80 loss to the Los Angeles Sparks, one of the most impressive performances in recent history by a WNBA player, and one that has WNBA fans and analysts writing wild poetry about her on the web. Patrick in particular has been speaking out against that same comparison. Paige Bueckers was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark, Patrick said. He noted that Bueckers was just the second freshman to be named the National Player of the Year, just as Clark's star rose meteorically at the college level. Even with their common level of greatness, Patrick said the two players play different on the court. A specialist in the mid-range jump shot and measured attack, Bueckers is methodical whereas Clark is a deep three and electric fires type of player. Patrick compared Bueckers to players in the NBA, such as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Kevin Durant in terms of how easy their scoring comes to them. Clark's injury-tattered season has left her team, the Fever, floundering in her absence, but hopes are high as both players lead their teams yet again. With Clark's playmaking and Bueckers' skill set, the duo is a pair of the brightest stars the WNBA is producing, and has the potential to spark a memorable rivalry. For now, the matchup even the most parched of WNBA fans can only dream about. Will Clark's healing be complete in time to play Bueckers? Their potential feud could end up being one of the best storylines that drives the league, and basketball fans won't want to miss it.